Pires, your host of GLAAD All Access, GLAAD's new online video series that features interviews with newsmakers, hitmakers, and people making a difference. And this week I sat down with Clare Byarugaba, who's an advocate from Uganda. Take a look. What is the situation like for LGBT people in Uganda right now?
Although we had the anti-gay law repealed on August 1st, 2014, people are more angry now that homosexuals had a win. So we have religious leaders continuing to call on the Parliament of Uganda to ensure that there's a new law against homosexuality. So in a sense, even though we have that big victory against the law that we were fighting for 5 years, we still have a community that still wants a law that recriminalizes homosexuality. People are still families are still denouncing their children. I experience discrimination when I go for health service to a doctor just to have myself checked up for anything. So once this doctor knows that you're lesbian or gay, he feels that it is his duty to report you to police. So in that sense, there's even no privacy, or there's a lack of respect for you as a patient. They just look at you as a lesbian and they want to report you to police, or in some cases this doctor will call all the nurses to just look at you, like, look at this lesbian, look at this specimen. So there is discrimination there, but I've also survived attempts by my family to ship me off to rehab. This was the time I was outed a lot in the local tabloids. My family almost shipped me off to rehab, but thankfully I was able to get out of town for a while. But I guess the most personal security case I've experienced is when my mom almost threatened to hand me over to police if I did not change or stop the work I'm doing. So in the sense, you get all this discrimination or slack of, your rights are taken away, both from your family and from society. So it is quite a repressive environment. But mostly it is religious leaders and members of parliament that are pushing the anti-gay campaign, in the sense that they've been using these two messages, which, they're very false. They say we're out to recruit children, and they also tell people that if gay people are accepted in Uganda, or if homosexuality is accepted in Uganda, then the Ugandan population will be wiped out. So these two false allegations have led to alarming waves of fear and hysteria among my fellow Ugandans. So in essence, I feel like Ugandans are not inherently homophobic, but they've been taught this homophobia.
So who are the advocates in Uganda pushing this forward, including your coalition?
So the Civil Society Coalition on Human Rights and Constitutional Law is a coalition of 50 member organizations that was formed in 2009 as a national organization to fight the anti-gay law. So we have both LGBT groups. All LGBT groups in Uganda are part of the coalition. And we also have human rights organizations, we have children's rights organizations, we have women's rights organizations that joined the community to fight the anti-gay law. A country's democracy is measured by the way it treats its minorities. In this case, the Ugandan government is failing us because the LGBT community has been used as a scapegoat. It has been used as identified as a minority group that is bringing problems to Uganda. And in that sense, we feel like if we don't push the LGBT issue as a human rights issue, we're not going to get anywhere.